The first time Olivia cheated, it felt like a nightmare. The second time, it was a harsh reality check. But the third time, that shattered everything I thought we were building together. Our story began like a fairy tale. I was an up-and-coming photographer, and Olivia was a model. We met on a shoot, and the chemistry was instant. We fell in love fast and hard. Within a year, we were married. I poured every ounce of my energy into my career, not just for me, but for us. I dreamed of giving her the world, of building a future so bright it would blind us. I took on extra jobs, worked late nights, and traveled constantly, all with her face in my mind as my driving force. The long hours and time apart were sacrifices, I told myself, investments in the beautiful life we were going to share. But while I was building our future, she was tearing it down. The first time, it was with a guy she met at a party. She cried. She swore it was a mistake, a moment of weakness. She said she was lonely because I was always working. I believed her. I loved her, and love makes you want to believe. So I forgave her. I even blamed myself. I promised to manage my time better, to be more present. I tried to schedule fewer out-of-town shoots and made sure we had date nights. For a while, things were good again. Felt like we had dodged a bullet and our marriage was stronger for it. Then, about a year later, it happened again. This time it was with a colleague from her new office job. The discovery was a gut punch. I found messages on her phone, flirtatious texts that escalated into plans to meet up. When I confronted her, the excuses were the same, just a different man's name. It didn't mean anything, she insisted. You're just so distant sometimes, so focused on work. The pain was sharper this time. Her words twisted the knife. My hard work, the very thing I thought was an expression of my love, was being used as the justification for her betrayal. How could my ambition to provide for us be the reason she sought comfort elsewhere? Again, against my better judgment, I tried to make it work. We went to counseling, talked for hours. I felt a sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe, we could rebuild the trust that had been so thoroughly broken. She quit that job, and we tried to start fresh. I was walking on eggshells, constantly looking over my shoulder, my heart in a permanent state of anxiety. Every time her phone buzzed, a knot formed in my stomach. The foundation of our relationship was fractured, and no amount of spackles seemed to fill the cracks. The third time was the final, devastating blow. I came home early from a business trip, wanting to surprise her. The surprise was on me. I walked into our home, the one I had worked so hard to pay for, and found her with someone else. In our bed, there were no tears from her this time, no frantic excuses, just a cold, resigned look on her face. In that moment, the illusion shattered completely. All the sacrifices, the late nights, the missed holidays, it all flashed before my eyes. I wasn't just losing my wife. I was losing the future I had dedicated my life to building. What hurt the most wasn't just the act of cheating itself. It was the why. It was the realization that while I was out there grinding, sacrificing my time and energy to create a better life for us, she saw it as neglect. My love language was providing, securing our future. Hers, apparently, was immediate attention, regardless of the source. The very foundation of my efforts for our relationship was the reason she gave for destroying it. It was a cruel, twisted irony that I still struggle to comprehend. After she left, the silence in the house was deafening. Every room held a memory, now tainted. I was surrounded by the fruits of my labor, the nice furniture, the latest tech, the art on the walls, and it all felt hollow. It was a monument to a shared dream that only I had been truly invested in. For months, I was adrift in a sea of anger, confusion, and profound sadness. I questioned everything. My choices, my worth, my ability to judge character. But slowly, very slowly, I started to heal. The first step was realizing that her choices were not a reflection of my value. I had worked hard out of love and commitment, and that was something to be proud of, not ashamed of. I started focusing on myself, rediscovering the passions I had before her. I poured my energy back into my photography, but this time, for me. I traveled not for work, but for the joy of seeing new places, of capturing beauty for its own sake. I learned a difficult lesson. You can build a future with someone who is willing to lay the bricks with you. Love isn't just about grand gestures and future promises. It's about shared values and mutual respect in the here and now. I thought I was showing my love by working hard for our future, but I missed the signs that she needed something different in the present. She in turn chose betrayal over communication. Today I'm in a much better place. The pain is still there, a scar that reminds me of what I went through, but it no longer defines me. I'm building a new future, one that is entirely my own. And if I ever decide to share it with someone again, I'll know to look for a partner who understands that building a life together is a team effort in every sense of the word. My story is a painful one, but it's also a story of resilience. It's about finding yourself after being completely lost and learning that the most important foundation you can ever build is the one within yourself. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you're not alone and that healing is possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about life, love, and the lessons we learn along the way.